Hey there folks, and welcome back to the Carpetania Campaign. Last time we launched into a war against the Eastern Coalition once again, but this time we don't have an ally. They also don't have one of their allies, and it's going much better, all things considered. I think the smaller scale and the bigger focus on keeping our large army together is going to win us the day. We don't need to fight them everywhere that they can go because they're ultimately going to have more mobility with all the different armies, all the different AIs working separately. I just can't keep up with that kind of multitasking, but what we can do is keep our large army together, maintain our size advantage, and press with that. Now, we just defeated them at Editania Centralis, taking some losses, but knocking them away, which is extremely handy. And we can now chase them into their land. We probably want to go to Imperator, although our food supply is a little low, which is not great. We are actually not gaining food, I think, because of our huge weight. Yeah, we're slightly over the supply limit, which is unfortunate. I guess I could split this army up into two, having just made that big speech about keeping our army together. But now that we've got their entire set of forces on the run, and our split army can beat that army if it is together, which it probably won't stay fully together, we should be able to pull this off. So let's go ahead and do that and try and make sure that we have good martial characters in both stacks. So let's see here. So these three. All these three head down to Mastia, and then these two are going to head to Hemeroscopian. Let's do it like that. All right, let us also resume. We do have a civil war brewing. Is that? Are you sure about that? I don't see any disloyal characters at the moment. Let me check this from here. Yeah, this is just flatly incorrect. I don't have any disloyal characters right now, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe because I reloaded the game, maybe it is a UI glitch. That is certainly possible. All right. Let's resume. So this war is going fairly well. I am pretty happy with the way it's turned out so far, but let's see how it continues. We're also doing this war without all of our various bonuses that I normally would have active at the same time. We're missing out on the 4% morale bonus from that, so maybe causing a small reduction in efficiency. This did not update. I don't have any disloyal characters. This is just wrong. All right, well, I do need to address this if this is glitchy. Let's see. Maybe it's counting the 34 loyalty characters as disloyal. Maybe, but I don't see how, because they don't have any power base either. Let me look at it like this. Let's see which characters here are the most important to boost up someone like the governor of Lusitania. Did I bribe this guy? No, I can bribe him next time, though. I could also just give him free hands. I think because at the moment his corruption is steady, free hands might be fine. Then again, I don't really want corrupt governors, so I kind of want to avoid that if possible. I'll wait a month and then I'll bribe that governor, and that should address this. If this is glitched out, I need to do a little bit more to address it because I obviously can't have a civil war. But I shouldn't be in a position where civil war is happening unless this is in reference to a rebellion, but I don't have any provinces that are rebelling imminently that I know of. This one here is now bad, but that's just because of our war exhaustion and stability. This is actually fine normally, so we're going to leave it alone. Once I set something back over to assimilation, I won't switch it back to harsh treatment unless it's a very severe situation. We're not going to spend the PI right now in any regard because we have other matters to attend to with our PI, namely bribing that one guy. All right, we've got this fortress under siege. The larger army is going south. They'll probably meet them in Mastia. That is fine. We want to make sure we do meet them there because we don't want them to recover their morale after the October tick. All right. Okay, there we go. Maybe it was a UI glitch, but it was counting down every month. So if it was a UI glitch, it was a dynamic UI glitch that was actually doing calculations, which is a more unbelievable type of UI glitch in my opinion. Xenophobia. Heated debates in the assembly are not uncommon, especially where so many prominent members of society are involved. Lately, a wave of xenophobia has swept across Carpetania, resulting in foreign values being regarded with great distrust. All in attendance at today's debate agree, however, that Cowerinus Galbus, the tribune of the soldiers, crossed the line today when he accused Archon Ife of indulging in barbaric, Lepontic practices. The absolute nerve of this guy to make such a statement. This would actually set him into disloyal. No, hold on. He'd be at 34, which might be fine. Doesn't have a huge power base. I don't really want to have a rivalry in my government. That being said, Ife won't be the Archon forever, so it's not as big of a deal, I suppose. And getting her some popularity could be good. We got to keep in mind as well that getting our Archon popularity gets us more room to smear them later on, because then they'll have enough popularity. Though former Archons are probably going to be pretty popular just because of the popularity gain from being the Archon. So let's just lose the loyalty. That's fine. I don't think that's going to be an issue. All right. See if we catch these guys down here. Hopefully we do. It's so nice to not have to worry about assuming control of sieges. All right, let's catch these guys. This should be a totally fine fight. We don't have full morale, but their morale is worse, to be fair. So I think it should be fine. Even the game thinks it's going to be fine. In this game, usually it's quite pessimistic about these outcomes. All right, let's see. Rome wants furs, sure. All right, not quite a stack wipe, but this was a pretty good trade, all things considered. And I will stay here in Mastia. They may be able to get back over to Saltigi, but that being said, they should have to get through Ad Aris to get back over there, unless they go through Deatana, who I believe is giving military access to everybody. No, just me. Okay, they actually won't be able to get through Deatana, although it's the AI, so they probably will just do it because the AI ignores the rules of space and time. What did I lose? I was trading for something, and I think I lost my gold trade. I lost my extra pop. No, hold on, wait. I have an extra space, though. What have I lost? Oh, my vegetable trade is gone. Did I have vegetables on when I did the slave movement last episode? I think I did, right? Yeah, I remember seeing the reduced cost. But what's confusing me is it says I have 9 out of 10, but I'm not trading for vegetables at all. I think what must have happened is one of my vegetable trades got lost and I didn't notice, and then I traded for elephants, and now the other... Okay, I think because last episode I had an open slot appear, and I thought it was from population, but maybe one of my vegetable traders stopped their contract with me, and I just replaced it with the elephant trade. Okay, well, if vegetables aren't being traded for, I should trade for vegetables over elephants. I guess I could wait and go back to vegetables. Yeah, let's actually go back to vegetables later if we need to do some slave movement, but at the moment, we're not really planning on doing that right now. Let's actually trade for precious metals from Rome for right now, and then we'll go back to vegetables later as the need arises, because we don't need to keep every resource permanently traded all the time. An example of one that I do want to keep like that is fish, because of the freeman happiness. And stone is more situational, but I may as well keep stone going, because it also gives 8% slave happiness in my capital or province. And olives I'll keep permanently. Marble I want to keep permanently right now, although that could also be kind of situational, but either way. No need to theory craft that too extensively. Our manpower reserves have been depleted, but that's okay. That's to be expected. I can't do much about that, especially because without it being... Because in the Kenya campaign, I had a huge army that was from one region. And in this game, I have 5 small armies from 5 different regions. Not 5 per region, God, I wish, but 5 in total. So my ability to manipulate the manpower is a bit reduced in this campaign. Wealthy patron. The city of Waluka, which let's remember, is my northern city up here. It is, I believe, also a colony. Yep. Is often been overlooked by the wealthy patrons of our capital. Today, however, Lucilia Kulcha has offered a sizable quantity of her wealth on constructing a grand temple to Iko Walauna, who is, I believe, one of the gods I have been worshipping? No. Iko Walauna, that does sound familiar, though. I can't recall what Iko Walauna does. She's requested her permission before she embarks on construction. So when they said Grand Temple, I was hoping they actually meant Grand Temple, but they mean library. Because if they did get a Grand Temple from this event, that would actually fulfill what the... Actually, no, I'm wrong. They changed their desire. They want state infrastructure in Carpetania now. That's actually fairly doable, to be honest, but we'll worry about that later. The Dems are absolutely thrilled. They are in super duper control, so we are in the clear. Because they've actually been on the ascendant for a while, and at the moment they've got the Archon, they've got the 60% control. They super approve of me. Everything's doing... Because we did that event last episode, so everything is going quite well. Anyway, so we can look at this event for its own merits here and not just based on that. So Lucilla is not an officer or any other character. She's just, as I like to say, she's just some guy. We could get a free library, basically for free, which is a statement that I realize now I don't need to say quite that much. We get a free library for free. I mean to say that we don't pay for it, she pays for it, which is handy. And libraries aren't terrible buildings. We do have a number of nobles. They are Carpetanian nobles and some Carpetanian citizens up here. Probably should do something over here to boost up the noble happiness. I need to remember that I do have other cities, particularly Waluka. And I think I have one other city too, right? Maybe I'm misremembering that I built a city yet. Okay, I don't see it around here. Either way, I could get 2 slaves, or there's a chance of some other building. I don't think I prefer reform or tax office over a library up there, and I don't want her to lose loyalty. This would have her lose loyalty temporarily, which might be better. 2 slaves. Honestly, I think I'll do this and then destroy the library to make some money. Plus, Waluka gets that modifier, whatever happens with the library. So let's go that. And then I don't think I'll need a library here. I guess, is 50... How much would destroying it be? I think it would be 53 gold if I destroyed it. Is 53 gold worth more than the bonuses it's giving me? It is helping a little bit with research because we do have nobles in Waluka. And they are Carpetanian nobles and citizens too. So the extra research might not be super wasted. And the pop conversion speed. But everyone here is druidic, or at least almost everybody here. It says 98% on the thing, and then it also says 100%. I don't exactly know which one's correct. I think because there's no need to convert anybody, it's not as valuable as... Oh, that was not... That was like half the amount. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We've made our choices. We live with our decisions in this campaign. Poor harvest. All right. Ooh. I think I'm gonna take the popularity hit. I just can't take this much corruption. Because keeping in mind, this affects the provincial loyalty of all of our Constantinian provinces, because she is the governor of those provinces. So we don't really want insane corruption on her if we can help it. Raise the price of grain. Low statesmanship shenanigans happening once more. Should have expected it. All right. Okay, so we are just chilling. Now what's going on down here? It looks like Carthage is fighting the Iberians. Interesting. How is this war going? It seems to be going pretty badly for Carthage. I don't entirely know how Carthage is struggling here. They should easily beat these Iberian tribes. I guess because it's just kind of hard to get all their troops over, or there's some reason Carthage... I mean, Carthage has forces over here. This is actually interesting because if Carthage actually loses this territory, that's the absolute perfect time for me to zoom in and snag it from whoever the conqueror is without actually having to fight Carthage. That would be phenomenal. I'm going to keep a close eye on how this develops because it's not clearly a victory quite yet. Carthage does actually occupy some of their territory. I should do this trade. I don't really want to, but I need the stability right now. I mean, I always need the stability at all times, but I will do that trade. I'm not quite in a position to territorially touch this new stuff if it is taken by Carmoia or somebody else, but I'll keep a close eye on this stuff down here. If I can avoid fighting Carthage in order to form Greater Iberia, you bet I will take it. Also, there's a breach here. I'm actually gonna... I think I might go for an assault, because after this assault, even though I will use up the manpower, I'm already at almost low manpower, or almost no manpower. Also, this siege up here has gone extremely poorly. Just the number of phases that have not advanced it. So I kind of want to get this force up to Iliki, maybe kill these guys, and then maybe join them up there? I don't know, but this is interesting because if I don't have to fight Carthage in order to get this territory, you bet I will go for that option. Let's give this siege 2 more ticks and see if it just gets lucky now that there's a breach. It might. Let's see if these guys have to go. I'm not seeing them get trapped in the zone of control. Well, you know what the issue is? Once they go to here, they'll get trapped because the zone of control doesn't... It's canceled out by this fort that's still being sieged down. So they won't get stuck here. They can sneak around. But can they get to Saltigi? I think they have a route. They can go like this, which is irritating. But what I can do, because I think I came in from Satabis, is leave a skeleton crew with this barely advanced thing of my worst... Actually, did I not leave a strong... Oh, that was a pretty bad micro mistake. I took both of my strong generals down to this fight, or down to this siege down here. They've got the... Yeah, I can't actually beat that stack without a higher... Yeah, that is annoying. I should have kept one of my high marshal generals over on this side. I don't know how I messed that up. I actually like spent time looking at the screen and picking it specifically. Who knows? I'm also not going to spend my money because I want to manage the territory I'll get from this war once I finish the war. Right, they are going to get over to Saltigi. That, or maybe they won't. They're debating what they're doing, exactly. Siege of Bastia is won, very good. All right, you head up there. They shouldn't make this attack at their capital. Is this a hill style? It's a plain style. Again, this looks like a hill style to me, but I guess like the town's over on this end where it's plains. Fair enough. Yeah, we're so close to finishing the war. We just need this fort in order to get the peace deal that we want, which again is going to be a full annexation of all 3 of these guys, so should be fine. Honestly, I think I might just push to these guys and get them while they're standing there, assuming that they don't move. I need to snipe these guys while they're separated away. Okay, they are going to get away. We'll just stay here then. That's fine. Grab this stuff and then go back up and join up our guys. Or follow them over to Saltigi. That might be the better idea. At the very least, let's see. Yeah, I suspect they're going to go all the way up there. That is totally fine. So if Carthage ends up giving up this territory, which I can't fathom Carthage actually losing a war, but there is actually some serious Iberian smackdown stuff happening over here. What is this? Very strange stuff happening over here. What am I looking at here? Sorry, just got distracted by something. Okay, so these guys are actually losing, or they're getting occupied down here. Their cities are being burned. Carthage is kind of not handling this well. Do they have a bad? No, they've got an 11. God, why does Carthage, another Republic AI, like I'm a Republic, they get to have these god tier Sophets, and I'm stuck with my. They've got the Chad Sophet, I've got the Virgin Archon. Look at these stats, Carthage. Come on. I mean, it's fair. You know, I'm not like super upset about it, but it's just kind of funny. Like, of course, let me go look at the Rome leader. Like, let's just see. Okay, fair enough. Also, Lucius Cornelius Scipio is in charge. Uh-oh, Carthage. You might wanna pay attention to this guy. He might cause trouble for you, Carthage. Maybe that's a coincidence, but I do think it's kind of funny that Lucius Cornelius Scipio in the game, this character, I mean, this is just a random name. It's not like meant to be the actual guy from history, but he's not exactly meeting the real historical figure's famous martial ability. Yes, Scipio, famous for his charisma. Yeah, that's how he won the Punic War. Makes sense. All right, so we got this. I'm gonna run up here and then run over there. Actually, we're just going to run straight there because they can't siege this anyways. So they're probably going to get this back before I arrive, but we'll get it back ourselves. Should be fine. Oh, hold on. There exists in Carpetania a general feeling of dissatisfaction at the financial practices of Ilicia Galba. This is our augur. Malicious rumors circulate, painting a wild picture of the hoards of gold jealously squirreled away in the national treasury. So I could lose money, gain stability. Even though this is a bad statesmanship event, I actually kind of like this trade-off. 55 gold is a lot to ask for 6 stability, but it is still actually a good trade-off given our high income right now. Yeah, let's go for that. More stability is good. All right, now let's split this force off and send a force back over to protect Iliki. Let's send the force with the least impressive stats. So have you double back. Oh, hold on. Right, we have low morale recovery again. This force should be able to beat that force, but this force is at full morale, is the issue. I guess I don't need both high martial characters to go together up there. Let's have you come down here. There we go. That's a better, because the morale is based on the aggregate of the 2 different groups. So we'll come guard this spot. These guys should be able to pull this off. We probably won't catch them in time, but we'll be able to resiege it, and they'll probably run away. I'll let them run away because now I'm guarding the other unfortified spot that they might go for, so should be totally fine. Yeah, they're going to run away. That's what I thought. We'll just stand here and guard this place. We're just waiting on this siege at the moment. That's all we need to wait for. But we are otherwise in a good position right now. This is a 1v3, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think I played this war much, much better than the first attempt at fighting most of these same factions. I think I just got a little carried away with an elaborate plan, and ultimately I relied on my ally not causing me grief, which was the wrong approach. I basically need to only... Hold on, are they going to go for this? They shouldn't see a victory here. This is a plains defense on their end, so I don't think they're going to go for it. But we'll keep an eye on that all the same. Yeah, so what I was saying, okay, they were going for it for a moment, and the game thought that they'd win, but that's wrong. So we are going to hold here. They can take this back, that's fine. I'll get it in the peace deal either way. So we're just going to stay here like this. Fortress under siege. Yeah, I suppose it might be. Okay, now the game thinks we're going to win, which I agree with. They're getting desperate here because they know they're going to lose the siege soon. I will send everybody over just in case something weird happens, but we have nearly 1,000 more men than they do. I think we have high morale as well. Actually, they've got some very strong morale at the moment. Yeah, this is the thing with doing a war without the morale omen. That's why I like to structure my wars normally around the omens and whatnot. Yeah, so now the game is not so sure. We are on the way. I guess we'll see how this turns out. I can't do much right now. Maybe we'll win the siege before the attack occurs. But I'm not hopeful. But we should be okay. Alright. Okay, we are not okay. This is an issue. When can we retreat? 4 days, alright. So the question becomes, when do these guys arrive? They arrive here on the 17th. That's too long. I'm annoyed to have to break that siege because I was really close to winning the siege. I'm really surprised that they actually have such an advantage here. I need to figure out why that is. They do have more morale, but that shouldn't be enough to offset 1,000 more guys. Okay, yeah, we have to retreat. I mean, again, we're out of manpower at this point either way, so it's not about that. Let's have these guys retreat to... What's a safe spot to go to? Let's have them retreat to Editania Centralis. All right. So we did kill some of them, and at this point, you know, we're trading manpower. Keeping in mind, again, like I've said before, once you get to the point of... you know, later in the war, when you're just trying to get your sieges done, the fact that you're usually fighting a larger number of factions than just one, at least the way that I do wars, their advantage of individually each tag recovering their manpower separately will ultimately win the war of attrition. So let's run away. That is fine. So can I get the peace deal even without that fort? I suspect not, which is very frustrating. Yeah, I need that fort. So we are going to run in there, and not attack them with this force, but come to the hills. Now, this combined army should be able to beat the remains of their army with no trouble. So let's just proceed onward. Hope that they stay still. Are they moving? Yeah, they're moving. They're going there. So let's... Ah, shoot, I can't. The stupid fort. Hold there. Because we can go from the fort up there, so that's good. Alright, you come on down. Okay, they're splitting off slightly, so that's actually pretty good. They are leaving. Come on, out of the way, mercenaries. I can't freaking see their thing. Okay, I think... come on. Ah, stupid UI. Just, all right, here we go. 25th of August, we get here 28th of August, and their last guy leaves 26th of August. So we should catch the 810 who are here with 2,000. That should be fine. That should be enough, but I guess I'm not as confident now. The game thinks no. This morale thing is really causing trouble for me. What do I do about this? The game thinks we won't win this fight either. What's the issue? Not entirely sure what the issue is. Actually, yeah, I can't beat him with just this side, so let's hold here. Let's get our forces organized back together. I can't take a risky fight right here. It's gonna spiral into a problem, so just gotta play it. Hold on, hold there. Let's make them split. Oh yeah, they're splitting apart even more now. Oh yeah, we can catch them here in the hills. 13th of September, 12th of September. Hold on, no, you stay there. 11th. Right. Hold firm, alright, there we go. 11th, 13th. 13th, 21st. Yeah, that scared them. I'm just trying to get my two armies in the south put together here. Because my fort line will protect the army that retreated. I gotta remember... Oh, hold on. Now they're making this move. Alright, you wait. Yeah, just gotta keep messing their AI up so I can get into position. I don't... Oh, right. I need 2,000, don't I? I don't exactly know how to deal with this right here. I just need this... Hold on. Well, this army's here. Can we... No, we can't. We need to be in control of the territory. Actually, they're moving on me now, which I will happily take. Maybe I won't happily take that. Sixth of October. Defending in the plains. We do have higher morale, that's true. This got very complicated all of a sudden. I don't know exactly how this got... This stupid fort, I was so close to winning that fort siege as well. Can I escape now? I cannot. Well, I guess I gotta stand my ground. These guys might be able to make it in time to help out a little bit, but... not seeing what to do about this. Get down here as soon as possible, under attack. Oh, hold on. They are gonna lose now, yeah. I don't think they're rolling well. No, they were joined. Okay, yeah, now it's not. Oh, hold on, wait. How much longer can we hold? Can we hold out for 10 more days? 1, 2. We're not gonna hold out for 10 more days. But if we hold out until the army gets knocked away, then this army arrives and maybe can beat that army. It's a close thing, and even if I accomplish that, because at this point I'm running low on the troop numbers themselves. 3, 4, 5. Oh, hold on. No, I think we will make it in time. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Not quite, but now everyone will be arriving, and we can engage them. Okay, that was not... Why did they have so much more morale after that fight was done? Okay, that was not good. I need you to retreat. And this army will arrive. Yeah, okay. This was not the engagement that I was looking for here. At least we didn't get stack wiped. Alright, so this war is now officially in nonsense BS mode once again. I don't know what it is about fighting these Iberics. I just keep having trouble over and over and over. I just need that one fort. That's all I need. I guess I could hire the mercs, maybe? I still have, given that I'm out of manpower, I still have 6,300 guys to my name. But now they're going to be why did they literally pick the furthest away spot to retreat to? But the mercs are going to start at 0 morale. I think I have to take a stupid peace deal. This fort is just the bane of my life, because I think in the previous war this fort caused trouble for me too. Let's fully annex Editania and fully annex Mastia. Actually, do I want to fully annex Mastia? I could just fully annex Editania. I don't usually like to take exclaves like this. But that being said, getting this would at least put me closer to reacting to stuff in the south. I guess we could also take Ad Aris. Yeah, so we'll enter the province from 2 directions. Let's take this peace deal. I could fight this war for another couple years and ultimately win after getting frustrated and, you know, missing out on years of stuff. And also I don't want to see war exhaustion build up again. I probably have to take another 5-year cooldown period now to address that. So let's sue for peace. We've lost a couple fights here. Our war exhaustion just zoomed right up because the stupid Iberics. We just need to just clear them all out in the early game before they start to advance technologically, because they're real trouble for us. Let's just take this deal. I guess what I could do is actually have these guys become my subject and not take this territory. These guys meaning hold on. Contestani, because that I think would include all their territory, not just the stuff that I've got. Because I can't annex this stuff without the fort, but I have their capital, so I can get a different deal with them. Let's reset. Actually, what I could do is take this and then give it to them if they become my subject. That could be kind of interesting, actually. If I wanted Contestani to become my subject, what would I want from them, though? 0.39 per month? Really? That's pretty good, honestly. I mean, for just the size that they are. This would at least get them off my back. Now, the issue is they'd become one of my allies, quote-unquote, but the important thing is that I don't actually have to call any ally into war when I go to war, and I have to defend them if they're attacked, but they don't have to defend me if I'm attacked. Not that I worry about that, necessarily. Getting the tribesmen happen, as I talked about this before, could have some advantages. And the 1 manpower per month isn't nothing as well. So the options are just tributary tribal vassal for Contestani. Can I integrate later? I don't think I can. But I can cancel these relationships, then fight them later. These guys actually pay me in 2 manpower. I almost think 2 manpower per month is more valuable than 0.39. Well, I kind of wish I was making Editania my tributary, but I want to get this Editanian land for myself here. Yeah. We've got almost all of it now, except for this part that Diatania holds, but they're not in the war. They probably go to war with them in the near future. I guess I could make Mastia a vassal as well. Let me think about this for a moment. I haven't really done stuff with vassals that much, but there might be some reasons to do that. Let's reset. So we're definitely going to take the Editanian land, because we're just missing out on one spot, and we're almost got that fully complete. This stuff down here, I do want to get more coastal land, though, is the thing. That being said, this would like line me up with the mountains, and that's kind of what was one of my original goals here. And I could then fight Diatania later to get this last bit of the province, and then stop there. I don't need to control the rest of this region right this second. That's kind of a natural stopping point. Because the thing is, I could then turn my attention away from these Iberics for a while after I fight Diatania to get that extra spot in the province. But then again, let's see. Yeah, you know what? Let's try that out. This is not a permanent thing, and I can always revoke the relationship at my discretion if I am inclined. Let's fully annex Editania and then vassalize their allies. And I wouldn't normally do this if I could just get this annexation, but because I can't fully annex all three, it may not make sense to annex Mastia if I'm not fully annexing these guys here, because then my territory isn't continuous. And having exclaves is just kind of awkward, especially without a port. I will be able to get some ports, and I do plan to probably make Saldue the provincial capital. It doesn't line up that great with Editania Centralis, but Editania Centralis isn't on the river, which I kind of don't like. I kind of regret picking that spot up here. But Saldue is a phenomenal provincial capital spot. So, all right. Now, if I'm going to make them vassals, which I think I will be doing, which one do I want to do? I think, so Editania pays more, and then Mastia, hold on. Or no, sorry, it's Mastia and Contestani. So they both pay about the same money-wise, and they both pay, no, Contestani pays in people a bit better. Yeah, it has all this stuff applied to it. So yeah, let's do it like this. So we're going to vassalize Contestani. They're going to be my tribal vassal, which means they pay me in manpower. I protect them. They have limited diplomacy. I get the tribesman happiness, which I think only one tribal vassal gives me that modifier, and stacking them doesn't like boost up the modifier or anything like that. And then they get some bonuses. They're not going to like me, but that's fine. This also just seals up, like my sphere of influence gets expanded over this area, which is handy. And then Mastia. I think I'm going to make them a tributary. Yeah, so Contestani just pays more in both forms. I think I want the manpower. I think I actually want the manpower from these guys too. I don't really need more money, but I do need more manpower. So I think that settles it. Let's form 2 tribal vassal relationships. And the other nice thing too is that they should also let me use their ports. The issue though is that they will be the wrong religion. So not much I can do about that. I think, you know, I'm not going to be able to integrate them from their vassal status, but I will be able to just end the tribal vassal relationships later, and then after the period of the truce, then I can attack them again. Let's do it like this, and then we will attack Diatania just to get Alaunin. Maybe I'll threaten them for that, and then we'll leave the south alone for now. I want to expand this direction. There's gold up here. I want to make my nation a bit more coherently shaped. And these mountains do form kind of a basin that my nation's inside of. I want to try and expand out to the borders a bit. So let's do it like this. All right, this looks like a good peace deal to me. All right, the Italian elite, we are going to, let's see. Also, we got some items from their temple. Let's banish those of class. All right. Oh, I forgot to read the peace deal. All right, you know what happened in the peace deal. As expected, it moved the... actually, no, this is only territory, so never mind. My complaining about that won't be justified. I did already set the colony here. I guess Editania Centralis is fine. It's in a really good position fort coverage-wise, and it's not a terrible spot for a city. It doesn't have the river, which I don't like that much, but it's okay. I need to stop complaining about that. So Saldue is a little close to that spot, but it is a really great spot, all things considered. It's on the river, it's plains, it's on the coast. This can definitely be one of my Mediterranean metropolises in the future. So that, I think, would be fine. Yeah, okay, so I think let's set it up at Saldue. I don't even have the PI to fix this either. Probably want to switch this over to harsh treatment when I get the chance. Who do we have living here? Contestanians. Do I have a Contestanian? No, these are Editanians. Right. So let's set up our Contestanian colony at Saldue. Or Saldue? Yeah. I don't think there's any other Contestanian place that I'd prefer to have be a colony over this one. This is a really great future city spot. I think I will destroy the port and build a fort here. I don't have the resources to build a city soon. I want it to be fortified. All right, Saldue. Let's see if the game has picked it correctly. Sucro. That is wrong. Also, let's destroy some of this other stuff. I will destroy this port here. I know it'd be good to have a port on this side of the peninsula, but I don't need a navy over here right this second, so no need to rush. We have a mine here with stone, and an extra copy of stone now, so that's pretty good. Provincial legation, no. That's fine. Slave estate we'll destroy for now. Farming settlement, we'll leave that there. This is for vegetables too. And then another vegetable farming settlement. Okay. And then that is fine. Great. And now we also have our two friends in the south. Let's take a look at that here. So that doesn't use up any slots, I guess. I thought it might, but I guess not. No, that's Rome. What am I talking about? Okay, I'm still down here. So we now have some subjects. So Contestani and Mastia. Their loyalty is dubious, as to be expected, but they actually kind of like me. Mastia friggin' loves me, though. Wow, okay. Mastia's really into it. Kind of strange, but okay. Why is that so much? I guess I declared war on Contestani, and Mastia's just been joining in each time, so I suppose that's fair. I could give up my claims on them, but I don't really want to. I am losing opinion with them from having the claims, I think, but not a huge issue. We'll leave it at that. These tribal vassal relationships, it's not a permanent, like this is not what I do the entire game long, because they are in Iberia. This is my core territory. But what I do want to do is keep things stable down here, aside from just getting Electioneering. I wonder if I can just threaten these guys. I think you're allowed to threaten for territory. I believe I have the claim on them, yeah. So let's see if I can pull this off. Threaten war on Electioneering. Would they do it? They actually almost would do it. Is their opinion of me going to affect this? Because if it does, I'd be happy to bribe them or improve relations with them so that they'll accept the threat. I'm not sure if their opinion of me would make this higher, because they properly acknowledge how strong I am, but the base for this is appropriately very high. Province value, -25. I'm not so sure about that. I will look that up between episodes if threatening is based on opinion. I guess I could just bribe them and see if that changes it. It's not that much money. I won't say yes, or I won't say okay unless I know for sure that's going to happen. I don't want to have some sort of weird event happen where they decline. Okay, we'll hold off for now. But what I will do as well is unpause the game and also lower my military. Oh, they're all retreating still. That's right. I can't lower them until they finish retreating. That's fine. I think I'm happy with this peace deal. I don't need to take huge annexations if I can't pull it off. And I got pretty close, but all things considered, it is what it is. Some of our citizens have left Caput Lobatania to settle in our vassal Contestani settlement of Ad. Oh, that was fast. Ad Aras Contestania Meridionalis. As they get more used to our ways and learn from our citizens, we hope Contestani will be able to advance and become civilized as well. Okay, so one of our citizens has moved to one of their spots. That is fine, so I'll offer stone. Cool. Cool and good. And these guys are pretty mad. I think our... Did this go down? It's kind of hard to see. I'm not seeing a plus modifier for, like, opinion, or a negative one, so I don't think this is based on opinion. It kind of doesn't make sense for it to be based on opinion, because it's just essentially a threat, so whether they like you or not shouldn't really affect the effectiveness of a threat. Ah, well, not entirely sure. Also, let's go ahead and set the colony over at Salute for the Contestanians. That's still at Sucro. That is wrong. Stop setting it at Sucro. That's not the right spot. Oh well, not a huge deal. Alright, disband the levies as we can. Gotta rebuild our manpower, but we got some territory. And this is a slightly more defensive sort of line, at least defensive looking line, I suppose. That's fine with me. These guys want vegetables. Yep. Go for it. Once we lower our levies, our war exhaustion should start to plummet really quick, so I'm not too worried about. I'm not going to switch to Betaton, or I guess I don't have the war exhaustion guy anymore anyways, so I'm not going to switch to them either way. I probably will switch to Betaton in order to get the provincial loyalty. I forgot that I'd switch that. That's totally fine. Our war exhaustion should, once we lower the levies, it should, it's just these guys are retreating to the edge of the universe, so we have to wait for that. Literally picked the furthest away place to go to. Literally taken months to do that, but that's fine. We are expanding, we are doing good, keeping a close eye on this. Carthage has reclaimed their African holdings, so that is something for us to keep an eye on. Maybe Carthage is pulling this war around. War score is about the same as when I looked earlier, so maybe not. It is hard to say. All right, get out of here. And then we'll wait for these guys, and then we'll do our military tradition as well. 11th of February. All right, slightly non-optimal war outcome, but I think I played that war fairly well. It was just a couple bad luck situations that caused trouble there. All right, military tradition. I believe what I was going for last time was, ooh, I got a port in Sebalaki. Well, it's not a huge deal, actually. Shipbuilding cost is kind of nice before I build more ships, obviously, but let's see here. Constant battles might actually be kind of good. The minus 0.01 war exhaustion. It's such a small modifier, but keeping in mind just how hard it is to reduce war exhaustion without just splurging on tyranny, this might be good to get earlier in the game. And 500 is still early in the game, I would say. I believe the end date is 730 something. Something like that. Can't quite recall. Basically, whenever the actual Roman Republic fell, or quote-unquote fell. It's actually much more complicated than that. But I think I will go... Also, the experience decay is kind of nice. I think I'll go for that because I really want Numantine defense. And I need to get this anyway. So let's go for constant battles. Shaped by endemic warfare, the Iberian cultures extolled independence and fighting for self-rule. So, I think I mentioned this before, but something I kind of like in this game, a nuance, is that a lot of the military traditions for the barbarian cultures are actually sort of backdoor economic bonuses, which is very fitting for barbarian culture of the time. Trade wins, hey. Carpetania could get this bonus, which is very good. Let me actually look at... This is in Carpetania too, which is phenomenal. Toletum, the famous port of Toletum. I guess it is technically a port on the River Tagus, but... all the same. It's kind of funny to see that. What's the tax income here? Like, this is a big number on this screen, but this is the combination tax and commerce. Also, this is for all of Carpetania. Actually, this is also for all of Carpetania, so that is fine. If I do some quick math in my head, that's 0.24, 0.26, 0.40, 0.42, 44, 0.64-ish. Let's say 0.64 tax income, and then, which means that the commerce income here is something like 3.10. It literally is 3.10, in fact. So 30% on top of 0.64 isn't that much. Or you can alternatively get pop growth, which is always really good, and migration attraction, which I really appreciate. So let's use the extra funds to encourage visitors to stay. That is handy. All right. Election is soon. Let's check one more time. Has this updated? Sucro. No. That's the wrong spot. Not sure why it's not picking the right spot, but we'll just give it some time. Not critical that I form a colony in Saludi at this exact moment, or Saldui, rather, at this exact moment. Just something I want to get to sooner or later. Also, let's tell these guys about a little thing called getting whipped in the back. They will be appreciative to learn about that. Unpopular council, oh no. Or consul, rather. Well, popular in my heart, because these are some great stats. This is like balanced McGee, Cararinus Galbus, is the Archon. I think he was the Tribune of the Soldiers before. Wants to build a temple. Traditionalists are in control. Hey, look at that. We have a switch. Dems are in charge for a while, but not anymore. And as expected, the support is gone. We'll address that in a moment. 43 is not that unpopular, in my opinion, but oh well. We could trade a extortionate 120 gold for 5 popularity, or oh, I'm trying to lose tyranny though is the issue. And cruel might or may not be good. I mean, keeping in mind we have this guy for only 3 years, and this boosts tyranny gain, which I don't like that much, but it's not a huge amount, and we're losing tyranny pretty steadily. So as long as we don't do anything tyrannical, I guess this would count as doing something tyrannical. But then again, 20 influence is nice. Man, I don't know about this one. I really don't want to get this one, though. This is pretty severe. That's all of my Carpetanians losing happiness. 10% happiness for 2 years is not great. I think because I'm being so careful with loyalty, with character loyalty otherwise, this should be okay. But I won't do any more tyrannical events or tyrannical actions for this guy's term, if I can help it. All right, no disloyal families, which is great. This Galbii guy is phenomenal. Wow, 12 marshal? Maybe I should make this guy be one of my governors for war purposes. I think for now, I'll set him. This is a newer guy. Yeah, he's 27. I think I should have seen him before. Anyways, Taximagus, Galbus, good traits and whatnot. Let's throw him in there. Big monthly experience gain. Yeah, this guy may be better served actually as a governor, but we'll revisit that later on. For now, that's fine. I'm actually really tempted to save up PI to switch away from shortened terms. I kind of like the diversity of leaders, but it's getting kind of chaotic, and I want to reset this a bit. Let's see here. Probably not extended terms. That's probably too long, because 10 years with a 0 martial character would be very painful. But I want to make sure, because here's the thing. I plan a lot of my stuff in 5-year increments because of my omens, and I can't get this lined up again with the omens, but what I can do is set it to another set of 5-year periods so I can, and 3rd of May is pretty close to the 1st of October. So what I could do instead is switch back to electoral model. Plus this gives me a divine sacrifice cost reduction, which is kind of nice. Everyone likes this as well, so I could do this to get some just blanket approval from everybody. I think I might do that. Also, let's tell this guy about influencing, and also revoke some holdings from somebody. Not from him, I guess, because he doesn't have any holdings. Let me find my holding map mode. How about from Wasura? No? Holdings. Aren't you a holding owner here? Hold on, let me find somebody else. Here we go, Rurik holding. This should boost up. Yeah, okay, that's what I. Oh wait, he just lost loyalty. So he does lose loyalty if his holdings are revoked. Why hasn't that happened before? Or was that happening before and I just didn't notice? I guess maybe because he's the governor? Let's not revoke his holdings anymore. All right, here's a non-governor, non-officer. Can I not revoke her holdings? Well, wasn't I able to do this freely before? Why can't I do this now? What's changed? Literally, it's the same game. Like, I haven't made any changes that I'm aware of. All right, here's Wheat. He's a researcher. Revoke holding. I don't see it. I don't know how to explain this. Maybe like the rules work differently when the Democrats aren't in power. Maybe that's what's going on. Not entirely sure. I could revoke this governor's holdings a little further, but he's gonna creep towards this loyalty. I could do it one more time, which might be enough. Okay, that was enough. Okay, we'll leave it at that. I'm not sure why my holding revocation seems to be changed. I don't know. I swear sometimes this game feels haunted. Like, weird stuff is happening, and I don't quite understand what's going on. Who knows? Let's check out how our loyalty is looking. Things are looking really great over here. Things here are stable. Carthage wants vegetables. Absolutely, Carthage. I am down with that. Speaking of Carthage being down, they are not as down in the war as I'd prefer, but they are chugging along there. All right. Let me also check and see. Since I have 2 tribal vassals, do I have only 1 copy of that bonus? Where do I see that bonus at? Hold on. National tribesman. Is it not showing up as a bonus? Maybe it shows up in my tribesman pops. Let me go find one. No, it should appear as a national bonus somewhere, right? Nation overview. I'm not seeing it. I mean, I believe that it's active, but I don't know where to look for it, which is kind of... Oh, we have 10 gold? Hey, look at that. Oh, we forgot to lower our... Yeah, whoops. We'd have a little bit more than 10 gold at this point if I'd done that properly. Not a huge deal, just lost like a gold or 2 from whatever. Honoring the gods. So by the way, remember when I went to war because the stars told me to? I'm not seeing anything coming from that, so maybe that doesn't actually require you to go to war. I'm glad I went to war because it went fine, but I'm a little annoyed that I'm not being rewarded for my breach of the peace here. All right, the Pious Traditionalists have decided to use their... Okay, I think this is going to be one of these 50 approval events, so I probably have to go with this. So Waluka gets a library. Everyone wants to put a library in Waluka. All right, that's fine. And library? I think not. The people shall not be literate, then they'll actually realize that this republic isn't exactly very democratic at all, despite us being a democratic republic. So that is fine. Support is secure from that, so that's pretty good. All right. Just waiting for the 1st of October of 500. Yeah, I do think once I have enough PI, I want to switch over to electoral model because this constant re-electing is kind of giving me whiplash, and it's just kind of too hard to plan around. Especially because now it's offset from the omens. I wish I could reset it to be on the October 1st every 5 years, starting in 500. But unfortunately, I can't get what I wish with that. If only. Maybe if I ever make mods for this game, that's the first thing I'll do is let you reset different timed things to be simultaneous for people like me who just get kind of like finicky about that stuff. I would pay for a mod that does that, I'll be completely honest. Not even because it like makes the game easier, it just makes me feel more comfortable. You know, it's just like having stuff line up the right way. It's just nothing quite beats that, honestly. Like, kids, don't do drugs. Have your timers line up in Imperator Rome. That's where the real kick comes from. All right. You may or may not be able to guess that I am not a drug doer by trade. I don't know where this joke is going. I'm just gonna leave that one there on the cutting room floor. If only. All my jokes are coming in this live recording, so I can't exactly change that. If only. I'm stuck with the doomed world that I live in, that I've created. Speaking of Doom, how is our PI doing? Pretty good. I think I will, in a couple months, switch that over. I'm going to have some other PI draining event happen first if I put it off further, so let's switch it back. We'll be stuck on the cursed 3rd of May or whatever election cycle. Maybe it's going to happen whenever I click the button, but I won't have enough by October of this year to know for sure. I guess I could wait until October 1st of next year to do it so that it lines up in case that's what happens. I feel pretty stupid if I do this and then it lines it up with the time that I click the button. But I don't think that should happen because this is modifying it by reducing it by 3 years. You know what I mean? So it's not like setting it to a new thing. It's just a modifier on the year time. So it should just add 2 years when I click this button. Not sure if that affects how long this guy's in charge. I kind of hope it does because he's super good. It's not corrupt either. This guy is just an absolute champ, all things considered. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, almost there. Tribal proposition. We get some money, and Carpetania likes me. Cool. I will take that. Thank you, Carpetania. So since tribal vassals don't actually take up slots, I can set up vassal relationships outside of Iberia more permanently. Perhaps someone like Gymnasia, or Gymnasia, or Ibesim. Ibesim's actually a feudatory of Carthage, so not Ibesim. But Gymnasia, I actually thought they were a feudatory of Carthage. Maybe they don't start as one, or they stopped being one in this particular timeline. I don't see how they could have, though, so I think they probably don't start as one. I could fight Gymnasia to set up a vassalship relationship of some form or another. They are a tribe, so probably a tribal vassalship, because these guys are a republic. But Gymnasia being a permanent tribal vassal actually might make sense for a couple of reasons. I'd permanently have that tribesman bonus because I won't ever want to take this territory for myself. I will eventually because I do consider this to be Iberian territory. I know this is like a political question in the modern day, so not making any statements at all here about the status of the Balearic Islands in real life. For the purpose of this game and the ancient age concept of Iberia, I think this is fine to consider as core Iberian territory for my rule set, which many of you may have forgotten about, but I have not, of only expanding territorially, except for colonies, in Iberia itself. So I think this is fine to include. I won't include these islands because I do consider these to be part of the Italian peninsula, not a part of the Iberian peninsula. So these will eventually be core territory, but not for a long time, and the only downside could be Carthage probably has a mission tree that gives them claims on this stuff, and I don't want Carthage to fight me. I guess Carthage might, there might be some way to give this to them if they ask for it, but I think it's an interesting idea for sure. I'll have to think about it a little bit more, but I think it's worth considering, because this is a really great out-of-the-way tribal vassal to just kind of get that bonus from without having to commit to anything too specific. Plus, it gives me some ports in the thing that I can do raids from, potentially, in the future. Not that I'm planning any raids against any specific people at the moment, but, it's good to have contingency plans set up in the future in case it does come to that. All right. Am I trading for vegetables? I don't think I am at the moment. I think next episode I'll switch into a vegetable trade and do another round of slave shuffling. Try and get 1 or 2 more resources. Because I'm sitting on a lot of money right now, and I don't really need this huge banked up treasury at the moment. Also, I think Carthage won their war against the Iberians. I think they actually annexed some land from Hastia. Did these guys become Carthaginian vassals or anything like that? I don't think so, which is very good. That would be a huge problem if Carthage got itself a little legion of Iberian vassals. But Carthage won the war. It may have been a bit more of a truce or a kind of a middle of the line type thing. But, oh, hold on. I'm over my thing there. Whoops. All right, let's switch this law. Electoral model. Do any of the factions, will they care about this? Maybe. But, and this is kind of bad timing because I should do this. Oh, you know what I should do? I really should do this after the next election, because then that'll give me up to the 51 without needing to do something else. But then again, I kind of want to keep this guy. How good are you? This is Kunsa Boya. Oh, she's terrible. If I can push her away by 2 years, I actually would kind of prefer to keep this guy around. All right, let's change it now. Electoral model. Unless there's some reason to change something else. Getting Noble Elite could be kind of good, actually. Oh, man. Then again, I could... No, I don't have the innovation for it yet, though. I guess I could change my maritime law instead. Grain shipment's great, but some of these alternative ones, like Institute Wealth Tax, would make me so much money because of my giant export economy. Then again, everybody likes this one. and I do get the anti-piracy casus belli. And 5% integrated culture happiness. I think I should just change to electoral model. Let's just get it over with. We have passed the electoral model. They are happy. Did this affect my current Archon? Yes, it did. So 3rd of March, 504. That's what I thought. So 3rd of March is our set election date, basically from now on forever, it looks like. So that's fine. Not much I can do about that. That we'll just have to remember that that's the case. And it's also awkwardly in every 4, or it's every 5 years, but it's starting in 504. So essentially you have October 1st, no. You have your election, and then you have about a year and a half, and then you have your omen. So I don't like how this is offset. That's one advantage of starting as a republic, is that you start your election cycles on the right time, and as long as it doesn't get changed out of the 5-year thing, it lines up with your omen. Maybe I'll make a mod that does something about this. I don't know. I have no idea how to make mods. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode of the Carpetania Campaign. Hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you all next time.